friends, welcome or welcome back to the Blue Butterfly Tarot. Today we're looking into their current feelings for you, and I've got two piles for you. This is pile number one, this is pile number two. Pile number one is Turning Terrestrial Tides Tarot, and pile number two is the Liberation Tarot. Take your time, see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to. I do want to say this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If one pile's messages don't resonate, then choose the other. If both piles' messages don't resonate, then it just means that maybe there aren't any messages for you in this video today, but I do hope that at least one of the piles' messages do resonate. Please be careful of scammers. I would never reach out to you asking you to follow or subscribe or book a private reading, so just please be a little bit careful about that. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. I'm going to give you a few seconds now to see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to, and then I shall begin. Hi pile one, for those of you who chose Turning Terrestrial Tides Tarot, this is going to be your reading, alright? Before we get into the reading, let's just take some time to realign our energies, so close your eyes. Think of your person, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Alrighty, pile one, their current feelings for you. Let's get into that. Some clarifiers. Okay, let's take a look and see what we have here. So we have the Six of Tangibles, the Nine of Emotions, Child of Thoughts, Adult of Tangibles, Ace of Thoughts, Two of Tangibles, and we have Elder of Passions. Okay, I also have your Oracle cards, so we're going to get into them as well. We have To the Sea, Ocasta, Angelite, Defensiveness, Live with Intention, and Hawk. Okay, putting this here and here. I think that your person has a lot of expectations on them. Either they put it on themselves, or there are people in their life who have a lot of expectations on your person. It's also possible that as a result of just going through a life where there's a lot of expectations that people have on them, your person could also have very unrealistic expectations of other people, just kind of more coming from a wounded place that, you know, these people have this expectation of me, so I also need to have unrealistic expectations out of people. And it's possible that your person might have put a lot of unrealistic expectations on this connection as well. I think that they may have fantasized this connection a little bit, thinking that this was going to be, you know, how it was in the movies. And I think that as your person started to engage with this connection, it started to become obvious to them that there's a lot of hard work that goes into a relationship. You know, it's two people putting in efforts to be together. It's an intentional choice of working things out, of creating a safe space with each other. It's not just what they show in the movies. Actually, the movies leads up to the starting point of how a relationship develops. And I think that your person is now learning how to free themselves from the expectations that they had of this connection. And I want to clarify that and say the unrealistic expectations that they had about this connection. It could also be that they romanticized this connection, and the moment it started to get real for your person, there was a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety, and frankly, a lot of resentment that this connection was not playing out the way that they thought it was supposed to. So maybe, you know, both of you had your disagreements, but it was actually an opportunity for both of you to work things out, to kind of form a way that merges both of your thought processes to create something new together. And instead, I think that your person might have thought that it was always just going to be their way, or they would be the ones to kind of control the way that this situation would go. And the moment they started realizing that it's actually not that way, it's about both of you coming together, I think that it brought up a lot of fears, a lot of kind of their anxiety. And frankly, I think that your person might have been very, very defensive about any altercation between the two of you, or any kind of fight between the two of you, any disagreement, even a difference in opinion. I think that this person might have been very, very defensive, or might have shut you down, might have stopped all conversations, or might have just gone within as well. I am seeing that. Now, what's happening on your person's end and their current feelings, they're realizing that those unrealistic expectations that they had on this connection, it's not serving them, it's not serving you. Because the truth is, this person does want to be with you. They do want something that is very grounded, very stable, and very long-term. But that also means dealing with the reality of the relationship and not the fantasy of this relationship. And so there is an evolution of their thoughts. There's also an evolution of their feelings towards this connection. I would not be surprised if there have been external circumstances in your person's life where they stopped corresponding to the expectations of the people around them, or they started to break free from the expectations of the people around them, which is then leading them to realize that, hey, I've also been doing the same thing to my person and this connection, because it definitely feels more external, leading to an internal breakdown of their thoughts and feelings that might not have been working for this connection in the past. And so, with Break the Rules over here and Okasta coming out, both of them, it's about breaking free from expectations. And Break the Rules is very, very simple over there. They're learning how to break free from their own expectations. And breaking free means their own thought process about how this connection should go. And instead, they're learning how to flow. They're learning how to lead this connection with intention. For some of you, this could be your person wanting or being more comfortable with masculine energies. Gender doesn't matter, it's the energy that they're most comfortable with. And so they might have thought that, this was about control. This was about, leadership's all about power, authority. But no, it's not that way in a healthy relationship. And that's also something their person's understanding. So their current feelings about this connection is more of an evolution. They're starting to realize what it actually means to lead this connection, and how they can lead in a way that is going to bring both of you together to create something beautiful together, not just them, and it's not a one-sided relationship. They're not the only person in this relationship. And that's also something that they're understanding with the Two of Tangibles coming out over here. So overall, very beautiful energies coming through from your person. I think that it is a very, very healthy evolution of their thought process. It might take your person some time too, because we have a little bit of Ace of Thoughts. So it's just the beginning of the thought processes that are starting out with your person, but they're getting there. Like, even this clarity that's come in, it's very, very sharp and to the point, and it's something that's undeniable for your person. So that's a very, very good starting point for your person to start cultivating, for your person to start understanding, all right, well, how do we move from this point and come together? How do we start creating something with intention in this connection, rather than just me taking the lead? And by lead, and I want to say it in quotes, by just controlling this connection. And in that process as well, remember how I said that there was a lot of fear, there was a lot of anxiety that was coming through with your person, because they were realizing that reality is a lot different, and it's kind of including a lot of hard work from them. Yeah, they're releasing that too with the angel light coming out. They're slowly releasing that. The more they gain clarity with their thoughts, the more they release themselves from the expectations of others that other people have on them. They are releasing the expectations that they have on this connection. And the more they do that, they're also releasing the fear, the anxiety that comes from that loss of control, which is very natural, not judging your person. It's very, very natural to fear that loss of control, but they're making peace with that. They're understanding that it's not loss of control. It's just that both of you are coming together and creating something, and they have a say in that. Like, both of you have a say in that. It's not just one person. And that's not letting go of control. That's learning how to be in a healthy relationship. So overall, I would say very, very grounded energies coming from your person. At least they're stepping into grounded energies. This person does see a long-term future with you, which is why they're making so much of an effort to shift. I also feel that maybe you might have brought it up that, you know, this is not how a healthy connection is, or this person could have been kind of shown a mirror for their actions towards this connection. So there's definitely deep realizations happening, but more than that, there's also action that your person's taking, intentional action. They might slip here and there a little bit. I am seeing that just because this is a bit new energy that your person's stepping into. But I think that they are very open to you letting them know how to realign to both of you creating together. That I think is one message or advice that is coming through to you. But their overall feelings towards you, they're very open to this connection right now, and they're more open about, you know, creating something with you. That's the feeling that's coming through. That's the primary feeling. Any message or advice for Palan? Anything that wants to come through, please? We have the Elder of Tangibles, and this one also wanted to come out. We have the 10 of Thoughts. Yes, I think that your person is, it's a process, Pawan. Your person is going to, you know, kind of fumble a little bit because I think that they're learning how to let go of that control as we're speaking right now. But their overall feeling is that they do want to do it. They do want something that is long-term, and they do want to learn how to do it. So, you know, even through that learning process, you might have to be a little bit patient with your person as they're figuring things out. For the most part, it looks like your person is going to figure out, but you know, there are going to be a bit of missteps, and I think that you can always gently, with love, with kindness, with compassion, let them know, hey, maybe, you know, you're stepping again into older roles. This might be a better approach. That might be a way to let your person know, because again, it's a continuous process and your person's learning. So a little bit of leeway might be necessary on your end, but overall, like, there is very serious intention on your person's end, and more than serious intention, there's a lot of actionable energy coming through very, very strongly that your person's going to do it, and they've made up their mind to create a healthy and safe atmosphere, environment for both of you. All right, this is where I will leave you for today, Pawan. I really hope that this reading brought you the comfort, clarity, and confirmation you're looking for. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. But if this is where you'd like to leave me, then I just want to say thank you so much for all your love and positive energy, whether it's with the like, share, subscribe, comments, the tips to send in, watching my page ads. Those are the ways that I feel your love and positive energy, and I'm really, really grateful for it. Pawan, take care, trust your intuition, you always have free will. Catch you in my next one. Bye-bye. Hi, Pal 2. For those of you who chose the Liberation Tarot, this is going to be your reading, alright? Before we get into the reading, let's take some time to realign our energies. So close your eyes. Think of your person. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Alrighty, Pal 2, their current feelings for you. Let's take a look. What this person's feelings for Pal 2. Okay. So we have Crone of Flowers, Crone of Spirals, the Hermit, the Rebel of Vessels. Hold on. Gotta do a little bit of Ring, Two of Flowers, Ace of Blades, and Student of Flowers. Okay. I also have your Oracle cards, so we're gonna get into those as well. We have a Fork in the Road, Hermes, Fuse Sight. We have Friction. Yes, I did get that with Fork in the Road. Look at Life with Wonder, and we have Frog. All right, this is definitely no contact and or separation going on over here. There's definitely some kind of friction. I mean, the word is right there. There's definitely been some kind of conflict, some kind of disagreement between the two of you. I know I'm repeating those words, but it's coming through to me very, very strongly as well. Hermit energy over here. I think that both of you might be contemplating. I don't just see this as your person's energy, but I see it more as a mirroring energy. I think that both of you are thinking about what to do next in this connection, whether is it worth it to give this another go or to go your separate ways. So both of you might be at that point where you're deciding, and your person in particular is taking a lot of time to decide, because on one end, there are very deep feelings. I mean, they're very, very sweet feelings. There's a lot about their emotions that are coming through. I would go as far to say that this person does love you, Paltu, but at the same time, I think that both of you have lately been hurting each other. And I think no matter how both of you communicate, it seems to be constantly creating this unhealthy dynamic between the two of you. And so there's a little bit of pain coming through as well, and your person might be kind of constantly thinking about what to do in this situation. Like, if both of you continue down this path, then you're only going to keep hurting each other even more. And if you take intentional space, maybe there is time for both of you to heal, to kind of work on yourselves before coming together. So your person's kind of considering that at this point in time. And I think that you too are also considering, with the frog coming here, there's a lot of healing that needs to be done between the two of you. I'm seeing this more to be future energies. And I think that you too intuitively have understood that there probably needs to be some space between the two of you. The way that the energy is coming to me is that both of you already know that you both need space, but it's just about taking that step. Like, both of you are really hesitant, because I think that there are very, very beautiful memories between the two of you. I think that both of you have spent a lot of, very nice times together. There was a lot of hope and opportunity for this connection to grow, but it's possible that both of you might be going through a phase where you kind of want to go within, and the other person might be triggering, even if they didn't intend to, or they were just existing. I think that both of you have reached that point where the old kind of tension between the two of you might have snowballed, and now both of you can't understand what was the source of all of this frustration between the two of you, and it seems to be more surface level at this point in time. So your person's current feelings are nostalgia, because I think that there were very, very beautiful times between the two of you, very passionate times as well. But now it's not that the passion has died, it's just that there's a lot of negative energy that is overshadowing the once positive energy, and your person's considering to give both of you some space. And it seems like a mutual decision over here. I'm not seeing this as your person alone. Actually, they're factoring your thoughts into this. That's coming through very, very clearly. So this is the fork in the road at this point in time. I wouldn't say a definite end for some of you. For others of you, I would say yes, this is probably the ending of a connection that is happening over here. Maybe both of you part ways amicably. For others of you, it could be both of you having a conversation very soon about taking some space from each other to kind of heal, take some time to gain some perspective about this connection. With a fuchsia side over here, I think that there is a lot of heartbreak that has happened between the two of you, and I'm being called to read it, so I let go of past heartbreaks so that I may love wholeheartedly again, whether it is this person or another person. It looks like now might be a time that both of you take some time apart to reflect, to heal from the heartbreak that has happened between the two of you. For some of you, you could already have been in separation and no contact, but there's no official word yet. But I think that there is going to be a conversation about this very soon, and both of you are going to gain clarity about where you both are. And I think that you already know what this conversation is going to be about. I don't think that this is brand new information, or this is going to be something that comes out as a shock. I think that you have been anticipating this, and frankly, I feel a lot of like nervous energy and more like anxious energy, because I think that both of you have been delaying this conversation for a long time as well. Both of you might be kind of this energy between the two of you, this I guess misaligned energy at this point in time, it might be flooding into other aspects of your life, which is why we have Look at Life with Wonder. So I think that both of you might have been so consumed by this connection at this point in time that you might not be able to have life in other areas of your life as well. It might just be literally sucking your energy at this point in time, which is why I think you and your person, it seems to be mutual at this point, are feeling like it's time to take some time apart, rejuvenate, and possibly come together in the future. But even if it's not, going your separate ways, I think that your intuition would be able to tell you that. And I think that you know your situation as well. Whichever it is, it's more about kind of getting to a point where you can start feeling good about life again. I think that this connection has been consuming both of you for a long time now. And it's this point in your connection seems to be very expected. So there's a lot of pain that's coming through, pain of what the future holds, pain of having this conversation, missing the older times when things were good between the two of you, a lot of nostalgia coming through, but also feelings of knowing that it has to happen because both of you need to protect yourselves. It's coming to a point where both of you are hurting each other and you're hurting yourselves as well, given that this energy is kind of consuming other aspects of your life as well. So it's kind of that inner knowing is coming through that this is inevitable, and how both of you approach it might actually determine if there's a possibility or an opportunity for both of you to come together again, or to part ways in a way that is healthy, in a way that respects the love that both of you have for each other. All right? It's a little bit of a painful reading over there, Paltio, but it feels like this is a necessary step for both of you to feel better about yourselves, about your life, about this connection as well. One message or advice that wants to come through for you. Okay, we have the Eight of Flowers. I need a little bit more clarification, please. Yeah. So, yeah. So the energy that's coming through as a message or advice is you already know what the conversation is going to be about, but at the same time, how you react to it is important, because I think that there might be a lot of resentment, a lot of that anger from the friction between the two of you. But if you can, I know it's very, very difficult, but if you can, tap into the love that exists between the two of you, the kindness that is in your heart, the compassion that's in your heart, I think that the ending of this connection will be unfolding in a way that both of you can make peace with. And at the end of the day, that's what matters, because if both of you act in ways that are not aligned, then it's possible that there might be regret in the future, guilt in the future, and you might have to take some time to work through that. The most peaceful way would be to align with the love that you have within you and to take steps from that love, regardless of what's happening on the surface. That might also give you the closure that you're looking for. That might also give you that peace within you to look at the situation with fresh eyes and possibly even consider, healing and coming together in the future. So whatever aligns with you, but overall, whether you want this connection back or you want to move on, how you end the connection helps you make peace with the role that this connection has in your life. And if it's a misaligned way of you showing up towards the end of the connection, it's not that you will not get over it. Absolutely not. You will. But it's an additional step. It's an additional step that you have to take to work through that regret, to work through that guilt. But if you were to walk away staying true to your values, to your beliefs, to who you are as a person, it's that much less of pain that you have to work through, because you'll always have that peace within you that you stood true to who you were as a person and you stood by the love that you had within you. All right. So this is where I will end your reading for today. Hellooo, I really hope that this reading brought you the comfort, clarity, and confirmation you were looking for. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. But if this is where you'd like to leave me, then I just want to say thank you so much for all your love and positive energy, whether it's with the like, share, subscribe, comments, the tips they're sending, watching my page ads. Those are the ways that I feel your love and positive energy, and I'm really, really grateful for it. Hellooo, take care, trust your intuition, you always have free will. Catch you in my next one. Bye-bye.